The presidential election is coming up next year. There are 3 key consequential candidates in the race. The incumbent Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Peter Gregory of the NDC, and Atiku Abubakar of the ADC. You will never see or hear any northerner, governor, former governor, ministers in Tinubu's cabinet attacking Atiku, abusing Atiku. But in the southeast, you will see former governors, you will see ministers. Every opportunity, they want to ridicule P2P, they want to abuse him, they want to attack him. Most especially Dave Umahi. You know, I want to address Dave straight this morning. You know, what actually got me angry was he called himself the lion of the southeast. Upon what basis and indicators, upon what yardstick did Dave, a kitten thinking that he's a lion of the southeast, a lizard thinking himself a crocodile? Let's interrogate matters. You know, it's high time we call these guys to order. Dave was always bragging, oh, I became a billionaire at 25. Hey, Dave, can we interrogate even your billionaire status and how you became a billionaire at 25? If you ask me how Aliko Dangote become a billionaire, I will tell you. If you ask me how Chinedu Cheru of Hotspot became a billionaire, I will tell you. You don't become a billionaire overnight. There are track records of how somebody grew from the scratch. If you ask me how Coach Charles became a billionaire, we can track it. What kind of nonsense is this? Always talking loquaciously. This is a man who's called himself professor of works, professor of road building. You embarked on a 700-kilometer coastal road project, worth over 11 billion, without any environmental impact assessment test. At the end of the day, see Lagos everywhere being flooded. The report conducted after you started that nonsense project today now is very clear that the flood had been exacerbated because of that nonsense. You are governor for it. Can we interrogate your records as a governor? You built 20 flyovers. You built the 50 billion you wasted in doing that Pente sepulchre you call airport. If that money was properly applied in agriculture, would be generating not less than 300 billion naira annually from the body, and would have taken more than 1 million people out of poverty. What is your record? I said, let us even interrogate the HGI. You know, that is why it pains me when I see any Nigerian clapping for some of these governors and former governors. Why they, let me tell you the truth, why most of them, 99.99% do most of this road projects, flyovers to nowhere. Is because they usually overinflate the contract sum by 300, 500%, and then the contractors will help them to bring down the money. That is the easiest route to loot. To do projects that have catalytic effect in productivity, they won't do it. Projects that will enhance health, that will enhance access to education, that will enhance and reduce poverty in the land, they will not embark upon it. Look at the Ebonyi State. Today, literacy level in Ebonyi State is 65-68%. Average literacy rate in the south is 90%. Ebonyi is way below the southeast. Ebonyi has one of the biggest landmass after Enugu in the whole of the southeast. Ebonyi is so blessed with rich agrarian land and the solid mineral resources that a thinking and creative governor will have created, Ebonyi will have been a bastion of wealth. Look at maternal mortality rate in Ebonyi State. The southeast average is about 250 to 300 for every 1,000. 100,000. In Ebonyi, it's almost 550 to 1,300. Double that of the south. Yes, this man will call himself. How do you call yourself Lion of the Southeast? No, you've ended up impoverishing your people, wasted and filtered natural resources that comes them, and did not do anything creative to add value to them. And yet you brag, you're the Lion. How are you the Lion of the Southeast? Can we interrogate some of these things? You know, these guys, they open their mouth, wow, they talk, they think that every one of us is as foolish. Let me tell you, the Igbo man is a wise, smart man. No. Let me tell you, if today Dave Umahi, you're on the ballot, Aki Unadeshima is on the ballot, or Yenoshima is on the ballot, Ndibo will vote for Yenoshima, Ndibo will vote for Aki Unadeshima before you, because they know who you are. If today election is conducted in your own village, Dave Umahi, between you and Alex Oti will beat your hands down. If an election is conducted today in your village, Dave Umahi, between you and Peter will beat your hands down. Without rigging, without manipulation, without buying votes. In Igbo land, that's what we call Ako Uche Unuchu. Igbo are people who are grounded by women and culture. That is why most of them are trying to dilute the value system of Igbo, because in Igbo land, When the white man came into Igbo, they didn't see prison. They didn't see any awareness. In Igbo land, the first thing they ask you before you marry into any family, either as a man or a woman, is they first of all make these 3 inquiries. Is that place thieves? Igbo man hates thievery. They will ask you, one weekend, do they die early? Then they will ask you, these are the 3 things. Are they people that easily run mad? This is our world view as in Igbo. Ako, Uche, and Uchu. We believe in Ebambo. Aliko Dangote, who is the wealthiest man in Africa, does not speak arrogantly the way some of you speak. You impoverish your people, you misappropriate their resources, and then you put in your stooges, and then you go to the national level, and every little thing, you are attacking your own people. You are abusing your own people. Have you seen any governor or minister in Tinubu's cabinet from the north abusing Atiku? Every time, every small thing, you open your mouth. Who are you? In a Clermont, that you're lion of which people? Do you see the way we reverend this time back? Do you see the way we reverend Michael Obara? You think the law of Ndiwa has for Ojuku and Peter Obi and Michael Obara and this time back is just because they are wealthy? No, they weren't wealthy. They respect their own because they believe their worldview, their lifestyle tallies with the worldview and the culture of Ndibo. If you want Ndibo to love you, go and do what this Mbakwe did. Go and do what Michael Obama did. Tell her your life alongside what Peter B is doing. Ndibo will love you. You don't force us to love you.
After this errand boy, whatever, the day they will hit you, don't come back to the Igbos so
hit him with what?
Their support.
Hit him with what?
The day they will hit you, because I've seen it over and over again. When they finish using you, they will now deal with you, and you now know that yes, kaki no be leather. All this your whatever you are doing, remember you are an Igbo man first and foremost. And I believe that at the end of the day, they will use you and dump you. So stop all this insult on the Igbos. Go and check those who did it in the past, how they ended up. If you want to serve a government and stop insulting your people. That's what we are saying here. Stop all this insult. It doesn't add up. Seriously, it doesn't. Serve the government that appointed you, fine. We have no problem with that. But why now tell us that we are a fool? That was what caused problem for Obi Kubana when he was insulting the Igbos. Because they gave him one small thing to handle. It's not fair. Seriously, it's not fair. How many people have assaulted the president from his own side, religion, in such a manner? With all the things that is going on today. How many people? They have not even protested against him. They have not protested against, and you and I know how much the Southwest uses protests, even with the military. Whatever they don't like, they will go out and protest. But under Tinubu, they have kept quiet. They kept quiet. Even their leaders are not talking.
As long as we do not interrogate and question some of the grandstanding of most of these incompetent, loquacious misfits, political misfits from the Southeast, they will keep on making a mess of themselves and painting us in a terrible light. Look at Dave Umahi. Dave calls himself the Lion of the Southeast. Do you know when Peter B left the Ugwoka as the governor of Anambra State? Please fact check me based on UNICEF record. The number of out of school population of kids between the age of 6 and 15 who were out of school in Anambra State were only about 30,000. In Ebonyi State, when Dave Umahi left as governor, the population of out of school kids in Ebonyi State between the age of 6 and 15 was 151,000. You 151,000 kids aged 6 to 15 were out of school in your state, a state you governed, and yet you have the shameless temerity to call yourself Lion of the Southeast. Whereas the man you seek to traduce at every opportunity you secure, you left only 30,000 out of school kids. Where do we even start to measure? You know, he said, I was one of the best governors. Who told you you're one of the best governors in the government Southeast? Dave Umahi, you're one of the worst failures. Go and look at most of the flyovers you did. Of course, we know why you did most of those nonsense projects that had no catalytic value to productivity in Ebonyi State. We know why most of you governors do such projects. You embark on road projects, fly over to nowhere, because we know that is the only way you can cream monies out of your states. And you're comparing yourself with a man whose integrated governance framework impacted every facet of governance and life for the people, from security to health improvement to education enhancement and to everything. Today, public schools are still winning STEM laurels across the world. Anambra used to be ridiculed as people who usually send their children to go and learn trade without going to school. Today, Anambra is one of the most educated, has one of the highest population of literacy level in the whole of Nigeria. Today, Anambra has the population of the least number of out-of-school kids, thanks to the great work started by Peter Gregory. And you are here making mouth, nail one left and right. Some of you are so shameless. Why is it that Nigerians are always very, very puffed up and arrogant? You were a billionaire before you became 25. So if they start counting billionaires in Southeast, you will jump out.
Good day to our viewers all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. I don't know what this obsession of Southeast politician with Peter Obi is all about. At every given opportunity, they try to denigrate him, they try to insult him, and they try to speak bad about his personality. However, he's someone Nigeria has accepted already. He's someone Nigerians have embraced already, and they've seen the hope in him already, and they believe that if Peter Obi becomes the president, change will come into this country and this country will turn a better leaf. And that's the reason why Nigerians are behind him. His impeccable record while he was a public officer speaks very well for him. Unlike people like you, who were never rich, or who were never great, or who were never stupendously rich like they are today before they attained the corridor of power. Peter Obi was already a made-money billionaire before he became the governor of Anambra State, but that same thing can be said of you while you were the governor of Ebonyi State. And if you look at both stats and what the both of you people did during your tenure, even though you both didn't serve during the same time, you would understand that Peter Obi, you can't even measure yourself to Peter Obi, because Obi did marvelously and wonderfully well. He was declared the best governor during his administration. He was the best. Even some other governor used his own templates of governance in Anambra State, in their own state, and they invited him to commission projects basically because of his aura and because of the achievement he had during his time. So that same thing can be said of you. And another thing is this: you're busy insulting your brother, you're busy castigating your brother just to just to seek for favor, just to be in the good book of your principal. It's not done that way. Look at Northerners, regardless of the fact that some of them won't vote for Atiku, you don't see them come online to insult Atiku or say bad things about him or to make allegations against him. All they do is just to keep quiet. They respect their people and all. You people that are insulting your own, calling your own names, one thing you don't understand is this: if you can betray your own and insult your own, even an outsider will not even trust you. The person you're fighting for today, tomorrow might not even be in the same party with you, or probably might even sack you or choose not to work with you again. But your tribesman will always remain your tribesman, and you will always be an Igbo man. But for the very fact that you guys have taken your stomach, and you people place more value and premium on your stomach than your integrity, of course you won't listen to some of these things that people are telling you. But the earlier you stop attacking this man, the better for you. That's just where I have to say. Drop what you think about this in the comment section. And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.